Hi guys, so today is another review video, and as you can see it is for She Modern. So this is their creative stencils. They are flexible and reusable. So the one I've chosen, as you can see, I've got the star pattern, teardrops and flowers, maybe even possibly kind of heart shapes. Also in the pack you will get this second little bag. This is a palette, so you can use this for mixing or laying out any polish. These are some foil stickers. I showed you how to use these in another video. And then in here you have another creative stencil as well, but we'll be using it for a slightly different reason today. And they all come nicely packaged. They are sandwiched between a black piece of card and a clear piece, and it just keeps them safe for reuse if you leave them in here. So what we're using today is these stencils. I've just gone and cured 2 layers of black gel polish, so I'm just going to take off the sticky layer. Now we're going to need to use some foil glue adhesive, and to give it something to stick to, I'm just going to lightly buff over the surface. Now you can use any type of foil adhesive that you've got. I've had this one actually for a few years and it does still work. I'm just going to apply it over the entire nail. It will go on kind of white, but it will dry to be see-through, and that's when you know that it is ready. So as you can see, the glue's dried. It now just looks like a black nail. So I've taken out the stencil, and it's very fine, very flexible, but it still feels strong enough that I'm not worried that it's going to break while I'm using it. Now you're also going to need a clear stamper. I'm going to twist it round so that I'm using the flat side on the back. Now there's a couple of kind of options here about what you can do. They say you can work with pigment or you can work with glitter. So I'm going to just try some really fine purple glitter and we'll see how we get on. So let's do this starry pattern up the top. So a little bit fiddly, I'm going to kind of peel it back, and then I want to try and place the nail. Now remember that your nail's going to be sticky as well because you've obviously got the foil glue on it. Now we want to push this down, but we don't want to use our finger because it'll affect the glue. So I'm going to use this other stencil and use that to push down and smooth the stencil in place. So onto the stamper, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glitter. Now I don't know if mine's going to be maybe a little bit too thick, but we'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work we'll use pigment. So I'm putting a little bit. I don't know, that might have been a little bit too much, we'll certainly find out. The other thing they recommend you have to hand is a lint roller, just to make sure you've got a clean finger. I'm just going to take off any sort of dirt or loose glitter that's on there. And I'm just going to smooth this out so that we get a really fine, thin layer. Like so. And just to clean off my finger, again, I'm just going to pop it onto the lint roller like that. Now, as you can see with the stencil, you might notice that I've got a bit over here which will of course get the glitter on it, and I don't want that. So I'm going to use this stencil and actually just place it and stick it over the top, and that way it's going to cover up that part of the stencil and it's going to stop the glitter going on it. So now I'm going to kind of roll and gently press this glitter, and it should only be, well, it should stick to the glue, which is obviously shining through on the cut out pieces of the stencil. So you can see there's bits of glitter attached there. Now again, I'm just going to use my clean finger and I'm just going to lightly press and rub, and this will just move any loose glitter that's not actually attached to the glue. And again, just clean off your finger. And same with what's attached here, you can just clean it like so. Okay, so now is the moment of truth to see how well I did. So I'm taking off this top part here. And that is, of course, it's perfectly fine for use again. It's not torn or anything. Now I'm going to very carefully peel this back. Hopefully it will reveal the nice pattern underneath. And as you can see, there is the glitter stars. Now they said as well that you can sort of reuse the stencil obviously, and in order to do that, I'm going to move this to the side a second. If you do look at it, there is some loose bits of glitter. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, so I'm going to just wipe off what I can first of all with my hand. And I think that's actually got most of it off. You can, if you want to, just make sure that it is clean, is again your good old lint roller. Is just take that lightly over it and it will of course pick up any of the loose bits that might still be attached, and then that is able to be used again. So in the video I watched, they showed that you could do two different colours at once just by repositioning the stencil. So I'm going to see if I can add some green glitter just by repositioning the stencil in a slightly different place. Okay, so now we obviously want to top coat this. Now we can't just put the top coat over the entire nail right now, or else you're basically going to smear the pattern and move the glitter around everywhere. So I'm just using the little mixing tray that they kind of provide you with, the mixing palette, putting some top coat down. And I'm now just going to use a thin tipped brush to carefully go over the green first and then go over the purple. So this is now being cured in the lamp. At this point we can now use the top coat over the entire nail. So I'd now like to just give you my final thoughts on this product from Shea Modern. I'll leave a link below where you can find this of course, and you can take a look at all the items that they have on offer. I thought it was actually quite easy to use. It's new to the market, like I've not really seen it anywhere else. I really like that you can do, you can layer it up, you can do 2 or 3 different designs at the same go. Don't necessarily have to use the same shape. You get different style options of course. Mine has 3 options in it, but you can get thinner ones that have 5 choices in each pack. I like that they include the mixing palette in here. I like that they include the little stencil, so you can certainly use it to make straight lines, wavy lines, do French, because this would also look stunning having a nice glitter French tip done as well. Yeah, overall really happy with it. I really like it and I can actually see me using it more. I might even do a wee design on my toes using this next. So thank you for watching and I'll see you all in my next video.